Hello and warm greetings. I'm here to present you the English news. A coordinated attack targeted the worshippers in a mosque in Ganj city, the provincial capital of Paktia province. Based on the reports released, provincial governor's spokesman put the latest casualties toll more than 30 dead and 81 wounded. Deputy Interior Minister's spokesman had earlier said that the attack was carried out by the two side bombers, and as a result at least 30 people were killed and nearly 60 others sustained injuries. Provincial Police Chief had earlier said that at least 20 people have been killed and around 40 others have sustained injuries, and the attack happened in Ganj district of the Paktia province. However, a provincial council member had said that at least 24 people died and nearly 60 others have sustained injuries in the attack. In Kunar province, at least 7 Pakistani militants were killed and 8 others were wounded during the operation in the surrounding Kunar province of Afghanistan. The 201st Salam Corps of Afghan military in the east say that the militants were killed or wounded in Dari district. The source further added that the Afghan National Army, Afghan National Police and the National Director of Security Operative conducted joint operations in the Kalam area of the district. According to the organization, the operation will launch on Thursday and is still being conducted to suppress the militants. The armed forces also is receiving air and artillery support during the operation. The security situation in the eastern Kunar province has started to deteriorate sharply during the recent months and amid growing insurgency activities by the Taliban and ISIS militants. The anti-government armed militants continuously attempt to expand their foothold in the province amid ongoing military operations and air strikes. And the anti-government armed militants groups also are trying to find out the foothold in so many districts of the province, but the Afghan military forces jointly started cooperation in the military act and are backing them, hitting with the very serious injuries to them and somehow too much negative results to the enemy, and they are located. All the 20 people on board were killed when a small vintage plane crashed in the Swiss ALPS police said on Sunday. 3 Australians and 17 Swiss were on board the Tremator Ju-52 aircraft, built in the late 1930s as a military aircraft and later used to operate scenic and charter flights, when it crashed shortly before 5 p.m. on Saturday on the west side of the Signas mountain in the canton of Crescens. The plane had been returning from the Locarno near Switzerland's southern border. Police say those killed were couples from the Swiss cantons of Zurich, Rotor and from the Austria, and 3 crew members from the Rago and Zurich cities. Yesterday was the worst day in the 36-year history of JU Air, the airline's chief executive Kurt Waldmeyer said at a news conference in nearby films on Sunday. We have all suffered a very great loss. At least one explosion rocked a military event where Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was giving a speech on Saturday, and the government said it was a failed assassination attempt involving drones carrying explosives. Maduro said everything points to a right-wing plot that initial investigation suggested was linked to the Colombia and the U.S. state of Florida, where many Venezuelan exiles live. Several perpetrators were caught, he said, without elaboration. That was the brief. Thank you for joining. Bye.